Hello, everybody. This is Jacob Rubel with DFS Slate Sheet. With Leonard Fournette being ruled out for Week 5 against the Kansas City Chiefs, I wanted to look into how the Jaguars have performed in the 2 weeks that Fournette has already missed this season. Looking at the stats, the first thing that jumped out to me was the Jaguars' clear change in play selection. In weeks 1 and weeks 4, the 2 weeks that Fournette played, the Jaguars ran the ball on 46 and 47% of their plays. While on week 2 and week 3, the Jaguars ran the ball on 35 and 36% of their plays. Now, you might be asking, may this be due to game script and them having to pass the ball more in the second half and chase the opponent, or maybe the opponent's strength was against the run, so they wanted to pass the ball. First of all, as you can see, the Jaguars were playing the Patriots and the Titans. So to go against the game script argument, the Jaguars won their Week 2 matchup versus the Patriots and were ahead for most of the game, so they were not necessarily forced to throw the ball and catch up. In their Week 3 game, they lost 6-9. So again, they were not down big at any point and forced to throw the ball. Also, as far as these teams' defensive strengths, the Patriots rank 21st in the NFL in yards per carry, 26th in rushing yards allowed per game. So they're weak against the run, while they rank 6th in yards per attempt and 8th in passing yards per game allowed. So statistically, the Patriots are stronger against the pass than against the run, and the Jaguars still chose to throw the ball a lot more often and clearly had success, with Blake Bortles throwing for 376 yards and 4 touchdowns. And again, the Titans currently rank 27th in the NFL in yards per carry and 24th in the NFL in rushing yards per game, while they rank 10th in yards per attempt and 12th in passing yards per game allowed. So again, the Titans are stronger against the pass than against the run. And while obviously Blake Bortles throwing for only 155 yards against the Titans, didn't have as much success as he did against the Patriots, the Jaguars still elected to pass the ball on 64% of their plays, as opposed to the 54% amount that they were averaging in the games that Fournette played. The other thing that came to my attention looking at these stats is the fact that the Jaguars used 9 players to target in the passing game in each of the 2 games that they have played without Fournette. And the only consistent targets seem to be Keelan Cole with 8 and 9 targets, TJ Yeldon with 5 and 7 targets, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins with 5 and 5 targets. We see D.D. Westbrook with 5 and 4 targets. So that's consistent, but we want more targets out of our receivers, especially at the price tag that these receivers are at. We can't consistent hope for them to do much on 4 or 5 targets. We want to see more targets, because more targets equals more receptions, equals higher chance for more yardage, and better chance of scoring a touchdown. So, all being told, the biggest takeaways from looking at these two games that the Jaguars have played without Leonard Fournette are, one, the change in their play selection, the fact that they are running the ball less often than they were in the games with Fournette, as well as their inconsistency in consistent targets with their receivers. The other thing that one last point that I wanted to make was the fact that in the Jaguars' rushing attack in these two games, again, they didn't even rush the ball that often, but when they did, they were spread out their carries. So TJ Yeldon did lead the Jaguars in carries in both these games, with 10 against the Patriots and 7 against the Titans. But Yeldon's 10 and 7 were nothing close to a large majority of the carries, considering how many the Jaguars had total. So, looking ahead to Week 5 against the Chiefs are arguably the worst defense in the NFL. They ranked last in yards per carry, 28th in rushing yards per game, 24th in yards per attempt, and second to last in passing yards per game. So teams have been able to run the ball effectively and pass the ball effectively against the Chiefs. So seeing as in these games the Jaguars have passed the ball considerably more than they've run it, seems like that trend should continue into their Week 5 matchup against the Chiefs. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for getting notified of future videos that I make. I appreciate all the support and hope you have a great Week 5.